Question 13b says the x and y intercepts of a straight line are -3/4 and 2/7 respectively. Find the equation of the line. Since it is respectively, the first one is the x-intercept and the second is the y-intercept. And note that when they say intercept, the intercept is where it crosses the x-axis or the y-axis. So they gave us the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So let's do a sketch to illustrate. We have our graph. This is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. Since the x is negative, it's going to be on the negative side of x, so we can pin it somewhere here. We have -3/4. And since the y is positive, we have it on the positive side of y, we can pin it somewhere here. That's 2/7. And that means our straight line crosses those 2 points. And from here we can get the coordinates. Since we're asked to find the equation of a line, for you to find the equation of a line, you need the gradient and at least 1 point on the graph with the 2 coordinates. So we can use any of these two. At this point, where you have your x as -3, y is 0, because on the y-axis it's not going up, the positive or down. So this coordinate is -3/4, 0. This is the x coordinate and this is y coordinate. And for the second one, which is this, at this point the x is 0 because it's at the middle and up the y-axis. It doesn't go left to the x in negative or the positive. This particular point is x is 0 and y is 2/7. So we have x value and y value. This for this point and this for the second point. And with these 2 points, where we have our 2 coordinates, we can actually calculate our gradient. And our gradient m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We take this as our first point, point 1, and this as our second point, point 2. Since this is our second point, this is our y2 and this is our y1. This is our x2 and this is our x1. So we can say our y2, we can name this y2, y1, x2, x1. Then it will be 2/7 minus 0, which is our y1, over x2 is 0, minus the value of our x1 is -3/4, so you have -3/4. You put it in brackets. This is where you have the twist of the question or the trick in the question. You have minus, and when you get it wrong here, you take one of the minus, you're going to get the wrong gradient. So you have to be very careful with this. If you have 2 minus 0, it's still going to give you 2. So 2/7 minus 0 is still 2/7. Then you have 0. This is minus. When you have 2 signs together, minus and minus gives you plus 3/4, which is equal to 2/7 over 0 plus any number is that number. So 0 plus 3/4 is 3/4, which is equal to, now this is one part, this is the numerator and this is the denominator, and this is the dividing line. You might be seeing this fraction, you have this over this over this over this, and you might be confused. This is very easy if you have your basic understanding of working with fractions. So you have 2/7, then this dividing line divided by 3/4. This is equal to 2/7 times. When you change the dividing sign to multiplication, this will flip over. Now you have 3/4, then you'll be having 4/3. The 4 will go to the numerator and the 3 will come to the denominator. So we'll have 4/3. Is there anything we can cut? No. So our gradient is 2 times 4, that's 8. 7 times 3, that's 21. Our gradient m is therefore equal to 8/21. Now that we have our gradient and we have 2 points, we can use any of the 2 points to solve the question. We can now use the formula for finding the equation of a line while we have the gradient and 2 points. But we need just the gradient and any of the 2 points to solve this question. Getting out our 2 points, we have for the first point we have -3/4, 0, and for the second point we have 0,2/7. Using any of the points and the gradient, we can get our answer. So the formula says y minus y1, the y is unknown, and x, which is unknown, minus x1 equals m, our gradient. Then taking this particular first point, we will solve. Since this represents our x and this represents our y, we have y minus our y1, which is here, is 0 over x minus the value for our x1 is minus 3 over 4. Y minus 0 over x minus minus 3 over 4 equals our gradient, and the value for our gradient is 8 over 21. We can further break down. We have y minus 0 over x, then you have minus minus as minus times minus when you have two negative signs together. The outcome is positive, that's plus 3 over 4 equals 8 over 21. On the next line, anything that 0 subtracts is that number. Y minus 0 is like saying 2 minus 0 is 2, so y minus 0 is y over x plus 3 over 4 equals 8 over 21. We can choose to cross multiply, or we can choose to find the LCM and solve this lower value, break down this lower value further. But let's cross multiply. You have y times 21 and x plus 3 over 4 times 8. So we have y times 21 equals 8 into open bracket x plus 3 over 4 close bracket. Y times 21 is 21y equals, since we know this 8 affects both of them, we have to multiply each of them by 8. So we have 8 times x is 8x plus 3 over 4 times 8. 21y equals 8x. You can break this down, 4 here 1, 4 here 2, plus 3. Now we're left with 3 times 2 on this other side, which is 6. The equation for our line is therefore 21y equals 8x plus 6. We can write 21y equals 8x plus 6. Note that we can also use the second point to find the same equation for our line and we'll still get the same answer. We can also try, so let's do our try to see, to prove it right or wrong. So we have our formula for the equation of a line as y minus y1 over x minus x1 equals m. For this second point, our x, this is our x and this is our y. Our second point, let's write it here, is equal to 0, 2 over 7, where the 0 stands for our x and the 1 at the back stands for our y. And we know our m to be 8 over 21. And the formula for finding the equation of a line is y minus y1 over x minus x1 equals m. Our y minus y1, our y1 here is 2 over 7 over our x minus x1. Our x1 is 0, as stated here, as seen here, equals our gradient, which is 8 over 21. Our y minus 2 over 7 over, our x minus 0 is x, like saying 2 minus 0 is 2, so this is actually x, equals 8 over 21. We can cross multiply, that's cross this and multiply, and cross this and multiply. So we can have 21 into open bracket y minus 2 over 7 close bracket equals 8x. We can open this bracket since this 21 affects the two of them. We can then open our bracket to say 21 times y and 21 times minus 2 over 7. 21 times y is 21y minus 2 over 7 times 21. 2 over 7 times 21 equals 8x. We can break this down, 7 here 1, 7 here 3. We have 21y minus, because we have minus 2 times plus 3 gives you minus 6 equals 8x. 21y equals 8x. We take out the minus 6, it turns to plus 6. 21y equals 8x plus 6, which is the same answer as that of the first. So using either point, we'll still get our answer.